Hey guys, what's up? It's Style. Got another quick video here for you. All right, now this is something I kind of do, or I learned to do and appreciate since I discovered learning how to work with something called proxies. Now, now there are plenty of tutorials about working with proxies in Premiere Pro, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail about them. You guys can look into that on your own. However, pretty much what I want to talk about is how I work with proxies and why it benefits me, and something that you may want to look into and why you should look into editing with proxies. Okay, so Linus Tech Tip, he did a video about 4K video. Is it worth it? You guys can look it up. I'll probably have the link in the description. What he talks here is basically the quality of Cineform 1080p. It's pretty similar to 4K when you're downscale. So in other words, when you film in 4K and then you create your proxy down to 1080p using Cineform, the image quality is very similar, right? Now, if you guys want to learn a bit more about Cineform, pretty much you can watch this video from Linus Tech Tip. However, pretty much what I use Cineform proxies for in this case, okay, here's a project file that I'm about to do for Paul. I have proxies disabled. As you can see, as I scrub over pretty much my preview areas, it's kind of choppy. See, it's laggy. And also I have a video here. This is 1080p, 60 frames per second, by the way. If I scrub, you can see how it lags, right? Now, if I was to select all of these, right click, go to proxy, then create proxies. Pretty much, I create my proxies here. Now, I did a video about all my storage devices that I have in my computer. And I have one SSD storage device where, pretty much I send all my proxy files towards, right? It has a fast read and writes thing. That way, pretty much once I render it, and I'm also read off it pretty quickly. So you can check out that video, but that's where I direct all my proxies to a designated SSD storage device. And also, when you open a media encoder, you have to create a preset that you're able to export from here and import it into Premiere Pro when you create your proxies. So basically, I created a preset. The format is QuickTime. The codec, I go to GoPro Cineform. I match everything, the frame rates, the aspect ratio, and all that stuff. The only thing I do change is pretty much I want my proxies to be 1920 by 1080, right? Uncheck maximum render depth. I don't want that. The other thing to do also make sure is that I render at a high quality for the audio. I just want to make sure to be able to get a good, audio quality if I was to use it in any manner. Also, the video quality, you can go from 1 to 5. Since they're proxies, I set it down to 1, and the image quality is still good, primarily if you can be using proxies, so it doesn't matter too much, right? But that's pretty much what I do. Right now, since proxies are disabled, everything is all lagging, is not smooth whatsoever. But we go to edit, go to preferences, we go to media cache, actually media, my bad. And you go enable proxies. And now you can see the difference. See the playbacks in the preview area, which is very smooth. Same thing with my playback here. Now this saves time because if I'm trying to scroll around and trying to move to one place or the other, I mean I don't have to wait for the computer to lag. So it benefits you if your computer, if you have a computer that you're just starting out with, before you upgrade, and this may benefit you big time. Another major benefit about using Cineform codecs is Paul usually creates a time lapse, right, for his videos. So something I do, we get the race stretch tool. Pretty much what this does is you can click. You can shorten and expand. And what this does, it kind of it either increases or decreases the speed of the video clip, right? So in this case, if I want something to go faster, because it's using Cineform, the playback is super fast, and I increase it by 267%. Click that tool again, the race stretch tool. I have it set at X for a shortcut. I increase it again. I can see it just plays back smooth, like nothing, right? But if I'm to disable the proxies, so I disabled it, hit OK. Now it plays back, but as you can see, it starts to lag. And this is only 1080p at 60 frames per second, by the way. As you can see that, so it becomes a pain in the ass to work with this because I mean you want to know what's going on in real time. So this is one of the main reasons that I love using the Cineform proxies. So it's a quick video, some of a little tip, something that I use to work like all the time. I recently started doing this about like maybe 2 or 3 months since the making of this video. I mean, I knew of proxies, but I never really used them or made them just cause, just how it goes. But ever since I discovered the benefit of using proxies, I cannot go back. One more thing. I mentioned that I store all my proxies into a fast-reading SSD storage device. Now, if you don't have an SSD storage device, I actually have created my proxies and I store them in a regular mechanical hard drive. And actually, the playback is really awesome. So, if you don't have an SSD where you want to store your proxies, no problem. Definitely store them in a mechanical hard drive. The thing is, with these proxies, Cineform is a lossless quality video format, and that pretty much means that the file is going to be pretty big. I just made these proxies. And see, just for these clips alone, it's taken up almost 30 gigabytes of disk, right? And that's all I have at the moment. I cleaned out my proxy folder before making this video, and I made it fresh once. And yeah, it's almost 30 gigabytes. 29.2 gigabytes of just proxies. So, and I still got more footage I'm waiting on for Paul. That's why I'm making this video because I'm still waiting on his ass to like send me some more stuff before I get working. But yeah, it's just to give you an idea, like the size of the proxies. It can add up, right? So something to keep in mind. But yeah, again, yeah, Cineform proxies are freaking awesome. Definitely look into it. And also the cool thing about like the 1080 proxies is if you watch the video from like Linus, when you downscale from 4K to 1080p, use the Cineform, literally like the quality is very, very similar. You won't even tell the difference. So you still be editing in a 4K timeline by using the 1080p proxies, and you still have a very close resemblance of your original footage. That way you can do your color correcting and whatnot. So it's yeah, definitely it's a major benefit. So I appreciate your time watching this video, and yeah, simply take care. So I'll be back with more videos soon. Take care and peace.